welcome back to my channel. I'm Nikki, and today I really wanted to talk to you all about my Eurail experience, which I did over winter and Christmas last year. So I'm going to answer 3 questions in this video. The first is, where did I actually go? Why did I choose Eurail, and would I do it again? So just to start off, this is what a Eurail pass looks like if you haven't seen one before. Mine came in this little paper wallet, and it also came with a plastic wallet which has some instructions and a little map and things in there as well. So that's actually really handy if you haven't planned exactly where you're going yet. It's got like where the trains go in Europe, how long it takes, etc, things like that, which can be really helpful. And then in the actual ticket wallet here, you have the ticket itself, which looks like this. So I'm just trying to cover up my personal details there. Sorry if you can't see that very well, it's a bit hard to show you. And then in the lower half of the ticket wallet, there is also this part which you fill out on the train journeys that you go on. So this is where I actually travelled, and it's really nice to have this record because you can see exactly where you went and where. So the first train journey that I took was from Lucerne to Zurich and then Zurich to Vienna, and that was on the 26th of November. It actually even has the time. I left at 9:35 in the morning, so that's really cool. And I think I even have some footage of this in one of my vlogs. Yeah, I definitely do, so I'll put that in a card here. That was a really beautiful trip because it was all snowing and all the like pine trees were covered in snow, and it went along some quite steep gorges and things through the valleys. So yeah, that was a really nice trip. I think it was quite a long one as well, like maybe 8 hours or something like that. So yeah, it was a really cool journey. So then from Vienna I went to Budapest, and then I made my way to Prague on a group tour that I did. Then from Prague I went to Berlin. From Berlin I went to Hamburg. Then I met David in Hamburg and we travelled up to Copenhagen together. We went from Copenhagen to Stockholm, where we stayed over Christmas. That was such a magical place to be for Christmas. It was really cool, and there was a great hostel that we stayed at there. I think it was called City Backpackers or something like that. Yeah, amazing hostel to stay in if you're going to Stockholm. Then after Christmas we travelled from Stockholm back down to Copenhagen, Copenhagen to Hamburg, Hamburg back to Berlin where we were for New Year's, and then from Berlin we made our way to Cologne. So you might be able to see that a little bit closer up. Yeah, so those were all the places that I travelled on the Eurail. Now, unfortunately, I did actually waste one of my travel days. I had the 10 days within 2 months, I think it was. So I ended up actually wasting the last day because I didn't realise that the Eurostar wasn't fully included in the price of my ticket, and I still would have had to pay an additional amount of money to go on the Eurostar back into the UK. So it meant that it was actually cheaper for me to fly back to the UK from Cologne rather than take the train, which was really unfortunate because it meant I wasted a day of my Eurail pass. So that's a good little tip if you are going to be heading back into the UK after doing your Eurail. Just check out what is actually included in terms of the Eurostar and what's not. So why did I choose Eurail? Basically, I really love trains. I'm a bit of a train nerd. Perhaps I get that from my dad. It's my favourite way to travel. I just find it really relaxing. I think it's really cool how you get to see a lot more of the country that you're travelling in, as opposed to like going by plane where you're just up in the sky the whole time. You don't really get to see the country that you're in. So yeah, basically I just love travelling by trains, but it is also really convenient because when you arrive at your destination, you're right in the centre of the city. You don't really have to go too far to get to wherever you're staying usually, as opposed to if you fly, you then usually have to like get on a train from the airport to the city centre or something like that. And yeah, basically I just always wanted to do a Eurail adventure. I think travelling by Eurail or by train through Europe, it just somehow has much more of a sense of adventure to it, or that's what it sounds like to me anyway, than just flying by plane from place to place. Obviously you could do the same thing by bus, but for me personally, I get really travel sick on buses, so yeah, I just prefer to travel by train. And yeah, basically I just think it's a really cool way to travel, so that is why I decided to do Eurail around Europe. And would I do it again? Yes, absolutely. I would love to do Eurail again. I would really like to do it again during summer and go to some of the more like southern parts of Europe, like Spain, Portugal, France and Italy. I know a lot of people always say like about Eurail that it's not necessarily the cheapest option in terms of travelling around Europe. You can get flights really cheap these days, and also if you're up for it, a long bus journey is really cheap sometimes as well. But as I think I made pretty clear earlier, I really enjoy travelling by train, so yes, I would definitely do Eurail again. Okay, so if you have any questions about Eurail that you'd like to ask me, you can put them in the comments below or tweet me at worldfanfare_NZ. Remember, I also have my Europe backpacking vlogs on this channel which feature some of my Eurail journey as well, so go check those out too. That is the end of this video. Until next week, have a fantastic week everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye!